there was this article that came out over on Puck News, which is the place that broke the story that Kathleen Kennedy was retiring. And they're talking about how Warner Brothers is basically in turmoil. They've had a string of flops, and they are looking to Superman to be the thing that really saves them. And this was kind of like an interesting breakdown on Dark Horizons, where they basically say that David Zazlov has been slashing costs all over, but at Warner Brothers Studios, co-chiefs Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy had been taking big gambles on auteur-driven features with overly generous budgets. And they talked about how Joker underperformed massively. It looks like Mickey 17 is going to underperform massively. The upcoming Ryan Coogler period vampire tale centers.
I don't see them talking anything about Dune 2, Godzilla vs. Kong, Beetlejuice, Wonka.
Well,
this is just more doom and gloom crap coming from all the biased people in Hollywood, just like always. Because you know what really sucked is when McDonald's closed after the McLean failed.
Well, what they are saying is that if Superman doesn't do well, there's a big fear that that Time Warner might sell off Warner Brothers Studios to a different, company or
over
something like
DC. Okay, let me say what I said again. They left out Dune, Beetlejuice, Wonka, Godzilla vs. Kong. I could come up with a few more here.
Wait, isn't Jurassic Park one of theirs?
No, that's Universal. Twisters, they did with Universal. Again, more doom and gloom coming from people who want Zaslav to fail. That's all they want.
People really want him to fail.
Is not going to kill the company. They're not going to sell off the company. Dude. You know what was going to happen if Superman fails? They're going to stop making superhero movies. That's what's going to happen. And they're going to stop making $200 million ones. And here's the other thing I keep hearing is that Pam Abdy and Mike DeLuca are probably on their way out the door. And they're the only thing keeping Matt Reeves' Batman 2 on the fucking docket right now. That's why he's pissed. Because Joker 2 should have made $1 billion plus. And it didn't. That's all it is. Zaslav's like just saying, like, this better fucking perform or we're done. We're not doing this shit anymore. Kind of like Tom Rothman said over at Sony. He's like, oh, these Spider-Verse movies, we're done. No thanks, no more, because you guys keep spending money on them and we can't make anything on them. The only thing that's making any money is what Marvel's doing with Spider-Man.
Brian,
so that's where they're at. That's my take on it.
I agree with Tom.
Bullshit.
There's a lot of doomers out there that hate Zaslav. You know what's really weird is a lot of these. Look, I like the Snyder films, just to be clear, before I get attacked by all the weird Snyder people.
Snyder cultists.
I like the Snyder films, but I'm not in this weird so attached thing where I'm like, anyone else that touches this property I hate and I want to kill their family. And they hate Snyder. I'm sorry, they hate James Gunn and Zaslav so much. It is incredible how much they want Zaslav to fail, how much they want Superman to fail and DC to fail. It's crazy. I see nothing but ex-post and videos from these people that I used to like look up to, just going ham about, they stock dropped another $1. Here we go. It's the end. It's the end. Big old clickbait. It's the end for DC. It's the end for Warner Bros. You guys need to chill the hell out. The same people that are mad that Zaslav canceled or removed that horrible Batgirl project or Batwoman project, whatever it was called. It's funny. Like the same people that talk about anti-woke are mad that Zaslav took away Batgirl because it was part of that universe or whatever. I don't know. I think Tom is right. A lot of doomers are out there just really rooting for David Zaslav to fail, and by proxy, James Gunn and the new DC to fail.
Odin, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I would say is I don't think anyone's selling any company over anything like that. The one thing I push back on is that the successes that they had at the box office were very much like small potatoes compared to the massive losses. In fact, like just looking at box office, so not any other, possible revenues down the line of VOD sales or Blu-ray, 4K sales, etc. Like we're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars for their massive, like big box office losers from last year, and then like a couple like tens of millions of dollars like for the like net gain profits from the films that did well. The one question mark obviously is the Godzilla X Kong, because that film on paper didn't make a whole lot, but that's also because we don't know exactly what percentage split they have with China because of the deal with Legendary being partially owned by a Chinese company, which I think that deal is no longer there. I think that has recently ended, but that would not have affected that movie at that time. So again, I think financially it is absolutely, I think, true to say that if the Superman movie doesn't make money or is not a success, that something's going to happen. It's not going to be a studio going away, though. It's going to be, okay, yeah, the whole James Gunn stuff, we're just not going to do that. Like that, no, we're not going forward with that. That's a waste of money. So it does need to do well, but it's not for the future of like that specific company. It's for the future of that project, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, these are the same type of people, the doom and gloomers, who are out there going, this man destroyed the Coyote versus Acme movie, yet none of them are out going to see that Looney Tunes movie this weekend. It's like, no, this is what killed it. Nobody has gone to see a Looney Tunes movie since Space Jam 1.
Yeah.
Not like,
Not definitely
100%. That's so true.
All right, I want to give Smitty the final say on this one. Smitty, do you think if Superman underperforms, Warner's is in trouble?
I doubt it. I think they're pretty big. I don't think so. I think that them, like everybody else, needs to get their act together. The type of movies that they're putting out are just absolute dumpster fire. Did anyone give a shit about Twisters? Were you thinking at home to yourself, you know what I'd like to see? What's going on with those tornadoes? Maybe we should.
I really enjoyed the movie though.
It did well.
I didn't care about it, but when I watched it, I enjoyed it. I'll be real. I enjoyed the hell of it.
These are just movies that are just like you get that one in that image, right? You're waiting for the tornado to come on screen, waiting for something to happen, right? But there's no story there. Like no one cares. No one cares about you chasing tornadoes. I want to see a story with some substance, like old school stories, like Indiana Jones or movies like that. Movies that have
Twister.
substance.
Oh wait, it's the same movie.
You're not wrong, but it was a fun movie. I'll be real.
Was it?
It was
fun.
It was fun.
That's why they keep making stuff like this. That's why they out of money right now, because of people like you.
I just need things to be entertaining. Look, that's all I need.
But they have to be good. They have to be good and
it was entertaining.
For you, but not for most people, because it again, $155 million spent on that budget, and it made $370. So,
Joker.
I get it. I don't need everything to be some super interceptive like lesson on humanity.
You're right.
Sometimes I just need something to explode. Okay.
You're 100%. You're 100% right. I do agree with you on that. But you got to put out more. You got to put out more. And Superman, I hope, does really well. I mean, he's very mainstream. He's probably one of my favorite characters. This is supposed to be very comic accurate, which is why you see all of these characters in these trailers. So, I mean, we'll see how it does. Anyone who's a fan of Superman will probably go watch. It will probably do very well. But, we'll see how far that gets them.
Yeah, you're right.